Well, welcome to Wild Angle 17. I know, can you believe it? 17 episodes, in fact 18, 19 episodes, because we had a couple of two-parters. I can't believe we started this in lockdown. I mean, I can't Adam and Eve here. Adam and Eve caught me there. Now, this is a very special episode, okay? Because we are going out on National Badger Day in support of the Badger Trust, and I wanted to put together something small in support of them, a small video that would show you how much I love badgers, to encourage all of you to love badgers as well. And I know a lot of you do love badgers, because how could you not love the badger? But it's a fantastic opportunity for us all to show our love and to support such a great organisation. Now I thought, well, how can I do this? Well, unfortunately, because of lockdown this year, I haven't been able to make any new badger films because there's been no badger sets where I live. But last year I made a fantastic badger film, I really did. So here is part 1 of 2, showing what it's like to get into a set at night, to experience the wonder of the forest. That's fantastic for your mental health. It really is. Just to be out and about with nature is the best thing for mental health it can be, and to get a badger as well is a fantastic reward. So in this film you'll see us getting close to badgers, and especially photographers here, you will see that it doesn't matter how many images you get, it matters the quality of the images you get. And I only get one here, but wow, what a corker it is. So anyway, enjoy this film on beautiful badgers.
Yes, you have guessed it. Dodgy hat, dodgy camouflage gear. It must be another night with badgers, and it is. But this set is one that I've never actually watched before. They're not used to people at all. Alan's got a couple of netting hides, one at either end. Netting means that, of course, they can smell you, so you have to watch the direction of the wind. And I can feel now with the wind is on my face, which means it's going to blow our scent over the set. So we're going to have to come around and behind the set into the back hide. And if we didn't do that, we wouldn't see any badgers at all. Wind is all important, and fieldcraft skills like this are really important when you're going to watch badgers. So hopefully tonight we're going to get in there, going to throw some peanuts from a long way away, sit and be very quiet behind the netting. It's a very different kind of set from last time, but as usual, if I get lucky, you get lucky, because you get to see some video. So I'm going to kind of whisper from now on in, because I don't want them to get scared, because they're about 5 minutes that way. So see you later. Well, we're getting nailed by midges and mosquitoes and everything, so it's time for us to go. The badgers have gone down anyway. They've had a really good feed, so it's a very good time to get out of here. And you know what, after 30 years, I still get an amazing feeling when I get a great picture. This is just a beautiful badger portrait. Look at that, he's really, really attentive. It's mega sharp, which is fantastic. What a beautiful animal. And I think it's a sign of why we all do wildlife photography, because we love being in the great outdoors, we love getting great pictures, and it's just a fantastic way to spend a beautiful summer evening. Now I'm going to pack up very quickly and head down the slope that way, probably fall over a few times. So I'll see you again on my next adventure.
All right, well, I hope that you enjoyed that film, and you can see the benefits of really working hard with badgers, or any species that you do, just to get one good picture. I think all too often we're just obsessed, he says, reaching for cards, we're just obsessed with filling up our storage cards full of pictures, and you don't have to be, because it's quality that counts over quantity every single time. And I'm sure badger photographers up and down the country will agree with me that if you get one decent picture of a badger when you go out, it's fantastic. But of course, the biggest reward is to be out in nature. And for me, that is everything. Now, what I'd like to do now is to show you a few of my favorite pictures of badgers that I've taken, starting with this one. Wow, how cute is that? It's, oh no, it's a young one. And when I put it on Facebook, it had such a tremendous response. And it does show, as a wildlife photographer, what you can truly do for conservation, because there are much bigger voices out there in conservation than I am. I'm much more important and well known. All I can do is show great pictures and promote the great work for organisations like the Badger Trust, which I do. And pictures like this do it because it's cute. All right, let's look at the next one. In late light, I hate using flash on badgers, I really do. I'm a daylight badger guy. I like photographing them in low light. I like to be able to see them with my own eyes and to experience them. Of course, that means you've got to be dressed up as a tree, which I quite like as well. But there are lots of ways of outwitting a badger's senses so it doesn't smell your dodgy Old Spice that you're wearing, or Falcon, or Paco Rabanne, or any one of these other dodgy 70s fragrances that men of my age actually wear. But I love the late light of this. You know, obviously I'll put a few peanuts down and a few sultanas and raisins as well, which I use a lot to feed them. I put it down on the track for them to come along and eat in the perfect place, and the perfect place for the light and my photography. All right, here's this one. Now don't adjust your heads. No, it's not that way, it's this way. The badger is hanging vertically down, drinking. Now, can you do that? Absolutely not. I bet a few of you probably could, a few of you fitties probably could, but I can't, even though I do yoga and I try, I can't do this, but the badger did. And afterwards, you know what? It pulled itself back up afterwards. I couldn't believe the strength of it. Badgers are just simply amazing. All right, next one. Here we have a nice blurred picture. It's blurred on intention because I wanted to show the badger playing. I wish I'd have shot it a bit wider. It's going to be my epitaph. I wish I'd have shot it wider. But it's got a nice blur going across the frame at a nice angle, slow shutter speed of a 25th of a second, panned across to get something a bit more exciting. I would have liked to have got it on the late light, but I didn't. All I could do was get it in this situation, so this is what I've got. Now here is a very unusual picture of a badger playing in early snow. Badgers do come out in the winter, they do. You only got to go around sets in the snow and you'll see lots of prints. I'm sure they come out thinking, oh, what's all this really weird stuff going on out here? This one was going down a slope repeatedly playing. It would run up and then it would go down again with its feet, and it would run up and it would go down again. It was so funny to watch it. I couldn't change position. I couldn't get any pictures of it, so this is about the best that I could do. But you know what? It was just so funny watching it. Now, badgers are great acrobats, as you see here with this picture. I painted some honey. I'd seen badgers like climbing this tree, you know, right at the top of this dead tree. So I painted some honey on the bark, and the badger was licking it and going all the way up. You know, you suddenly think, oh no, what have I done? Is the badger going to get down all right? Well, you know, badger will land like a cat on its feet if it does. But badger's not stupid. It's going to work all the way up and all the way back down again to feed. It was great to see it. All right, my most famous picture of badgers is this one, taken right at the start of my career. I know, I'm such a fraud. I don't take new pictures. Taken donkeys years ago, donkeys being another Cockney term there. Beautiful badger in bluebells. I can't really photograph much in bluebells these days. My hay fever is still so bad. I end up with one hanky up one nostril and one hanky up the other. It's a pretty sight, isn't it? But I love photographing them if I can in these kind of habitats, because it does show a really beautiful natural setting. It's interesting, when you look back at your photography, you kind of think, what would I do knowing what I do now with this picture? And when I look at this picture, I would do one thing. I would shoot it wider with a beautiful bluebell wood behind it, because it was an immense bluebell wood, and I should have shot it wider. But in those days, I just wanted to show animals close up, and that's what I did. We all live and learn. Now this picture is underground, and thanks to Secret World, a fantastic place in Somerset. I urge you to visit. It's just an awesome place where they had badgers underground. I know there's a few places in the UK now that have got badgers underground where you can actually see them. The British Wildlife Centre has them, of course, as well in Surrey. And it's really interesting to watch what badgers do in their sets. Oh, there's a really good artist as well. Look him up, Robert Fuller. He's not only an artist, he's a great photographer as well, but he's a great wildlife guy, and he's got some brilliant pictures of film of what badgers do underground. So have a look at that. But here's my probably my only underground picture really. And last but not least, this is my favorite badger picture because it shows everything about me as a wildlife photographer. It's about the light. It's about how the light is falling and all the dappled light on the badger. It's slightly offset. It's got a nicer, wider feel. It's a bit more Rouse 2.0, if I'm honest. You know, where, you know, I'm shooting a bit wider, thinking about the light, thinking about the habitat. I'm trying to get more than just a badger postcard. All right, I hope that you enjoyed that. Now, here is a second film that we made last year. Now, unfortunately, you will hear that the audio of the music is a little bit loud on occasion, and I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do to change it because it's all fixed at one point. So apologies for that, but I'm sure you can appreciate the message of this film about how incredible badgers are. And I'll be back afterwards to chat to you some more.
Well, here I am dressed in my finest camouflage gear from head to toe. I've got a bag full of Olympus cameras, I've got tripods, I've got everything I need for an amazing night photographing one of my favourite animals, an animal I've been photographing over 30 years. I know I am that old. It's the badger. I'm really excited to go and do it. They're about 10 minutes that way, so come with me and see how amazing badgers truly are. Well, here we are, the sets are just there in front. I've got to keep my voice very, very quiet as there are some stripy friends down below. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spread some peanuts out. I'm not just going to throw them everywhere. I'm going to put them where I want the badgers to specifically be for the pictures. Well, they've just gone back down the hole. And badgers do that from time to time, but no idea why, whether you're watching them from afar or close. They just get tired of feeding and go back home, I guess. It's amazing, though, the difference when I look at 30 years ago. You know, where I've had a loud camera, flashes, probably lights, film, rewind, motor drives. Now I'm totally silent using modern mirrorless technology. I'm sitting here on the badger's terms, actually. It's good for the badger because it's completely silent. As long as I stay still and have good field craft, which I hope I've got after this time, as long as you have respect for what you're doing, then it doesn't matter anymore. The cameras are silent. It's just fantastic. I'm not looking for any kind of reaction from the badger. I don't want the badger to react. I want the badger to kind of ignore me and go about its business, and that's exactly what it does. And so it's great that modern technology helps us do that. And I hope that tonight you've become really inspired to see how amazing badgers are. They're nothing to be scared of, and there's certainly nothing to persecute. The ridiculous persecution just has to stop. And if you feel that you want to go and watch badgers, well, I've got a lot of experience, and people like me have been doing it for a long, long time. The way you get experience is go to a local badger watch group or a badger society, and the Badger Trust, if you look them up, will have lists of them. And they will teach you all about badgers and take you to watch badger sets where there'll be no disturbance, where the badgers are used to people, and that's what you want. And you'll get to experience the wonder of badgers probably a lot more comfortably than I'm lying here on the very wet ground. So I really hope that you have seen how incredible badgers are. Time to leave. It's the best kind of badger encounter, where the badger came to me on his own terms, and now it's just left on its own terms. It's gone feeding somewhere else, so I'm just going to back out very, very slowly and leave the badger to it. It's just amazing, and as I was trying to say to you, I absolutely love badgers. They're amazing, and I hope you can see why.
Well, there you go. That's the end of our special Wild Angle edition for this week. I really, really hope that you've enjoyed it. And if you want to support the Badger Trust, the details are appearing right here. You can find them on social, you can look on their website. I don't care what you do, but please take the time and effort to support an organisation that's out there to promote the love of badgers. And I, for one, cannot wait until next season when I fully intend to rekindle my love with some badgers. I've just got to find them first. Anyway, enjoy National Badger Day, and I hope that you've enjoyed this film. Be safe. See you next time. Well, that's the end of Wild Angle, and you can see some links on the screen here to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also to look at other Wild Angles in the playlist. Also, think of joining the Wild Bunch Club and buying some premium content from wildbunch.andyrouse.co.uk. Thanks as always for watching, and apologies for the awful editing, which is all of my own work. All right, see you later. Bye now.